Welcome to We Funny AF, formerly the Imperial Ink Live podcast. Same crew, new do. We got the upper echelon, end all be all duality part 108 hold up available across all streaming services. We still have the same website set up for merch at imperialinkmusic.com. Various t-shirts and masks, and we also have new merch on the way specifically for the podcast, and it's coming soon. So, let's get into this, y'all. Here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, them Imperial boys is back. Yeah. And of course, you know we had to come back on some new shit. Yeah. So, without further ado, I welcome you to the We Funny AF podcast. Yeah, I'm the one and only Figs. I'm with my main man Biggs, and we about to take you there. Let's go. We Funny AF. 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 Yeah, we here at We Funny AF,
and we always funny.
Had a listener, a devoted listener, throw this idea at us at who we thought had the best hip hop beat, I guess, in history. I guess.
Yeah.
And would you like to say who it was?
Oh, it was my girl,
Samara.
Samara. Samara Litvak to me, but she's married. Samara Bolling.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm sorry, I should know that, but it's Litvak, motherfuckers. But yo, we go way back. We've been friends for years, and hip hop has always been a part of our life. They die hard too. Like they go to every Wu-Tang concert.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, they die hard. So,
that's crazy.
Yeah, but
Samara's
anyway,
cool too. She's a sweet girl.
Yeah, and she's one of the most faithful listeners we have.
Yeah, that's true.
But you know, when
shout out Samara.
Yeah. Haha. Anyway, and April, that's her sidekick.
Okay,
they hip hop fanatics.
Nice.
But you know, that's a good question, and it got me to thinking. Like, what is the greatest hip hop beat in history? Imperial Live, you know we bring that heat. It's time to get ready for the ear to the street.
You do have several examples, right?
Well, I have a list. I jotted down my favorites, or some of my favorites, but I also jotted down some that I think you gotta argue about.
Okay.
Also, while we was on this, I was going to coincide to a Mount Rushmore.
Of beats or producers? Or?
Producers.
Okay.
We could do a Mount Rushmore beats. I was going to do a Mount Rushmore rappers. I mean, we could do a Mount Rushmore of anything.
Okay, then we'll spread it out. And this one will be beats.
Yes, this is beats. This is beats.
Okay, that'll work.
Okay. One of my favorite beats of all time, which is probably before some of these, probably before Samara's time.
Okay.
But The Bridge Is Over.
Okay.
And people might argue that beat, but it's simple, and it didn't really have much to it. But you knew that motherfucking beat when it came on.
Is that the one that has
No, that's not it.
Which one was that? Because that's BDP.
Yeah, The Bridge Is Over just has the piano.
Oh, yeah.
But them drums under that shit's crazy. Also in that time period, fucking Rakim, make them clap to this.
Make them
clap to this.
Yeah.
Is that Eric B for president?
Dun.
Oh, that shit. Oh, shit, my nigga. Oh, How
That's
simple.
Beats President.
But that's
one of the dopest beats and bass lines ever.
That's on this list over here.
Yeah, that's one of the dopest bass lines. That bass line is crazy.
Shook,
and that beat is crazy.
I think Shook Ones can go in either one of these lists.
You think so?
Shook Ones is an international hip hop beat.
Okay.
I think 8 Mile helped it get to where it is, but I don't think there's too many people who don't know what Shook Ones is.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't agree.
You don't agree?
I don't agree with that. I agree with what you said as far as the beat is concerned, but I do believe a lot of people would only know that beat because of Eminem.
Maybe, but
you know what I mean.
But I think that they had to realize what it was because of Eminem. But they know what the fuck it is now.
Now, yeah,
yeah, you know what I mean.
Yeah, but going in, they didn't have a clue.
Shook One, well, that's just one of my all-time favorites.
All right,
I mean, fuck. EPMD. So what you saying?
So what you saying?
Do. Pew, 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 pew. The point said, yeah, we back to work. Oh, that was crazy.
That's EPMD. Did you like the one where they just
a customer?
Where they pretty much sampled the entire bridge of More Bounce to the Ounce?
Oh, so what you saying?
Yeah.
Boom. Oh no, you talking about
no. That
You Got to Chill.
You Got to Chill. Yeah. Did you like that one?
Oh, yeah, that's classic. That's classic.
Yeah, that's classic. A dope beat.
Yeah,
that's a good sample.
And these is beats that I like. You know, The World Is Yours. Nas. New York State.
That's
Pete Rock.
Pete Rock. Yeah.
It's mine. It's mine. It's mine. Whose world is this?
Yeah.
It's just such a beautiful beat. And New York State of Mind, which is done by my nigga Primo, could be one of the hardest beats you ever heard.
Primo was really good at minuscule beats too, where it would have a dope bass line and just the beat and almost that's it. He cut over top of it though.
The thing about Primo and Pete Rock for me, Pete Rock would give you a pretty vision with the beat of, and sometimes rugged, but he'd give you a pretty vision of Harlem. He'd give you a pretty vision of New York. Fucking Primo's beats.
His shit was gritty though.
Primo's beats was the pissy steps in the project.
His shit was darker.
And you could get a picture. His beats painted a picture of the nastiest shit in New York City you ever wanted to fucking see.
Yeah.
I mean, just the grimiest.
Yeah.
The rats running around. Yeah. That's what his beats represented.
Even like when he did that remix for Janet Jackson for Together Again, which is a song that has nothing to do with grittiness.
That wasn't all that hard.
No, but it was harder than what that song was. Right. You know what I mean? Right. So it put that song on a different level because it was that beat underneath it was just so
but
rough.
Preem could also give you Christina Aguilera joints.
Yeah. Well, he did the same thing when he did that Dre joint that I love with him and Anderson .Paak. That was brilliant, you know. So Primo, and didn't he do what was that Monica joint he did and changed the beat underneath it?
Are you talking about Pete Rock with Before You Walk Out of My Life remix?
Yeah, that Pete Rock.
That was Pete. And
you sure?
That was ill as fuck.
Was that Pete?
Yeah, that's
I
Pete.
Could have sworn that was
I
Primo.
look for that remix all the time, and you can't get it on any streaming service. But it's Pete Rock.
That's crazy. I love that remix. That was a dope remix. Oh wait. Before you get to another beat, do you remember watching that video on YouTube that P Rock did where he's
sampled that "Love Is a Battlefield"?
Yeah, what song did that end up being? Or did
I don't think nobody ever took it.
That's what I was wondering.
That motherfucker was crazy.
Yeah, it was crazy. I love the way he did that shit. That was amazing. Yeah. Anyway, I didn't mean to interrupt you. What's up? What's next?
I mean, we can sit here and talk about the RZA all day. Triumph. God.
Tell me what beat.
I don't even think he produced Triumph, actually.
You tell me what you think his worst beat was.
His worst beat?
Yeah. Even it being amazing, but what do you think his worst beat would be? I can't stand
Gravel Pit.
Why?
Because it's so stupid.
What?
Check out my gravel pit. And if you've seen the video, it's even more disgusting for the Wu to be acting like the Flintstones. Like I couldn't.
I completely forgot about that. That's funny as shit. Then what do you consider his best beat though?
I don't know. It's so
He's
many.
a lot. He has several to choose from.
So many.
Which one pops up in your head first?
I come to bring the pain. Hardcore. That ain't one of them, but that's a damn good one.
Yeah.
I mean, I could name this song Criminology, and I know that don't nobody like that beat like I do. I had to play it for you. Well, I know you know which one it is. It's the one that just got the horns and go ding dong. Ding dong, but it's just so fucking hard, nigga. The drums is all over the place. It's just not. Yeah, I mean, it makes me want to go get a ski mask, a knife, and a gun. And yo, first of all, so Peter Arson, oh shit. Like, them are just a few of my favorite beats. I mean, I can name for years. Now, I want to argue. The topic is what's the best beat in history. I have a few beats that we might have to ask about.
Okay.
I'm not a big fan of this beat, but honestly, this beat might have the number one spot.
Really?
Yeah.
What beat? You sound exasperated. What beat is it?
In the Club, 50 Cent.
Oh, is that Dre?
Yeah.
And why do you think that?
I mean, it's just, everybody loves that beat. I mean, when that shit comes on,
they lose their mind.
They lose their fucking mind. Still to this day.
Yeah, yeah.
That's been dubbed the greatest party song ever.
Ever, yeah. There's like a playlist I have. I was joking with some people I work with called "Songs to Get White People Turned," and that's one of them. That song comes on. California Love.
California Love could be a good one.
And people lose their mind.
I don't
think they're the best beats though.
No,
it's just they have that thing.
But people
that lose their shit.
It resonates to them.
Yeah.
I can't stand y'all gonna make me lose my mind.
I hate that song.
And I know people who live by they love that
shit. Love that fucking song.
I actually picked another one of their songs too to maybe argue. Even though I don't like the beat.
Okay.
The Rough Riders anthem.
That one?
Yeah, but it's so fucking recognized.
It is. Are you a big fan of Swizz Beats? Are you a big fan of his production style? Because I'm not.
Sometimes.
It depends to me. Like when he did that little Wayne joint.
Lately I have been because he's changed his style, but I couldn't stand Money Cash Hoes. Vroom, 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 vroom. I hated that shit.
No, I wasn't a big huge Swizz Beats fan.
But he gave me some joints on the Locks album. I mean, he's gave me some joints. I was never a big Rough Rider sound fan.
I wasn't either.
I liked the first DMX album.
Really?
Hell is dark and dark as hell or whatever. But the first Hell is hot and dark as hell. But hey, that motherfucking album was mean though.
Dark as
hell. It
hell.
had some mean shit on that shit. But you know, did they ever reach the except for that song? I don't think they ever reached the plateau of being in the running.
Right.
Another fucking Dre beat that just I have to argue G Thing, and that might be my motherfucking favorite.
Really?
That shit just felt so good when it came out. It had a whole different sound. Like it. I mean, nigga, I wanted to get a low rider, but I didn't even have time to get. I don't even think I ever liked it.
Dre changed a lot with the Chronic.
Yeah, the Chronic was very innovative sounds on that. The drum. I mean, if you want to, you can argue. I mean, I don't think the production was just excellent back in the NWA days, but you can argue if.
I don't know though, because I went back and listened to a lot of that.
Straight Outta Compton was basic.
It was basic,
but I loved it.
It was basic, but he was doing shit that a lot of people wasn't doing. He would like take what is it? Fuck the Police is the one where each sort of member did a kind of like character play on their verse, and between each one he like introduced them and shit like that.
But we talking about beats, nigga.
I know, but my point was he was switching beats in it. He didn't. You see what I mean? And not a lot of people was doing that. I'm the dope
boy, boys wearing corduroy. Money up to here, but I'm not employed.
A lot of people wasn't doing that back in the day, so I do give him credit for that.
Okay.
What do you got any more? Because I had a question of a producer that I was wondering what you thought about.
Go ahead.
like the Bomb Squad.
Bomb Squad was very instrumental, but I feel like when you say the Bomb Squad, you might as well say old NWA. I mean, it was all so furious.
I'm thinking.
But if you think about it, I love some Public Enemy joints.
Yeah.
But what Bomb Squad joint just sticks out to you to maybe be in the running for best beat ever?
Honestly, probably it was an instrumental they had.
I got a letter from the government.
It was an instrumental they had, and I gotta look
Terminator
it up.
X rock and roll.
But the reason why,
don't believe the hype.
Yeah, that was. I love that bit. There was they did an instrumental beat on their second or third album, and it was huge for me because Madonna eventually used it in one of her big songs, and I thought that was fucking clever. And a lot of people didn't realize it. And I even think Lenny Kravitz might have Lenny might have done it and they used it, or somewhere in there they got mixed up. So I thought that was one of the smartest beats ever. I'll look it up while you give me an example of what the next one is.
Grinding.
Oh, that's a dope ass.
Very influential beat. Like I just remember when that beat came. Like we was like, what the fuck?
I like. Dude, Pharrell has this thing about doing beats,
and there wasn't a lot of instrumentation. It was just a drum.
It was just a drum, and I can tell you exactly where them drums came from because it was a keyboard that had those exact sounds.
Sound like stadium drums.
That was a stock sound on a Triton keyboard because I actually had used that keyboard before, and I was surprised that he went that deep and actually dug that sound out. I thought that was dope. Have you heard who was it that did that? Chris Brown did an R&B song with that beat. Yeah, it's dope too. I have to let you check that out. It's really crazy. And right now I can't find that song I wanted to tell you about. But either way, it got used a bunch. The sample got used a bunch.
And I wrote his name down separately as out of the best beats in the world. I wrote Pharrell's name down.
Oh, okay.
Because we don't just have to stop there.
No.
I mean, we definitely could make some arguments for some of his shit.
When you can make Gwen Stefani's voice really ill, that says a lot. Even though he came out with Happy that got on my fucking nerves.
But Happy could be considered one of the best songs ever made.
Yeah. So,
he probably didn't get paid for it. I heard he got sued. They tried to sue him.
They tried to, but I think they lost. Did you, have you heard Unspeakable Joy by him? Actually, it's not him. It's a choir.
No, I haven't heard.
And he produced the beat. The beat is fucking sick. I have to find that for you to check out.
Let me ask you about this beat.
Okay.
And I'm gonna say this beat because of the way it took over a whole race of white people.
Okay.
Hey, y'all.
Oh yeah. What about it?
Could that go in the best beat?
I don't know if it would be the best beat. It's just one of the catchiest pop songs.
And it was different.
Yeah, and it's completely different.
But Organized Confusion, I mean, honestly, we don't just have to go there. We could go back to Me and You.
Yeah, I mean, Elevators, yeah.
We could go back to some
Organized
of those
Noise.
Beats. Yeah, Organized Noise. Did I say Confusion?
Yeah, that was a
I
band.
like Confusion too. But, or not Organized Noise, I mean, you have to give them their props. Miss Jackson might be somebody's favorite beat of all time.
Yeah, I mean, hell was sampled again, and that's not even that old of a song, and it got sampled.
It ain't mine. I like Bombs Over Baghdad. Don't pull the things if you plan to go things.
They have a lot though. I mean,
I
you can
like
look
the
at
first album, Hootie Hoo.
You can look at Rosa Parks. You can look at Spodiodopalicious.
Nigga, I don't know what that shit.
That was one with the horns that go. Yeah, that one. That one. I mean, they got some crazy classic beats. Hell, we didn't need you to perform the whole thing.
That's what's
yeah, I mean, they've got a lot of really smart, dope records. What was it? There was another one they did. Oh, well, the first one, Southern Playalistic Cadillac Music. Mm-hmm. That's just an R&B joint for me, but it's
Southern
amazing.
Playalistic.
That's just a dope joint
Hey,
for
but
me.
yeah, I mean, I think you got to argue whether they might have a beat that they could offer as the best beat.
The best?
ever.
God, there's so many to choose from, though. That's the
I
thing.
motherfucking, and I don't care. Get mad. But Planet Rock deserves
Hell yeah.
some maybe entry into the.
Absolutely. Especially since it just got resampled.
It Takes
done.
Two by Rob Bass.
Yeah.
For me, deserves
Yeah.
a nod to maybe one of the best. And this
That's
is
that
just,
Lynn
this is
Collins
hip-hop,
sample right there.
It takes two to make a thing go right. Yeah. I mean, best beat.
That's that
ever.
James Brown sample right there, boy. And he's been sampled, I think it's over 8,000 times.
Is there a Timberland beat we put in the best beat
Shit.
conversation?
There's so many, though. I mean, he's got like a ton of beats. I mean,
Cry me around, huh?
you know what stands out for me, though, right now? I think Tom Ford is dope. I think
Damn, it ain't even his.
that's
I
Timberland.
mean, what I'm saying is that's not on any album he's done. Like you didn't pick one off a Missy Elliott album, you picked one off a Jay-Z album.
Yeah, well, there's another one from Jay-Z. Dirt Off Your Shoulder was crazy.
You think Dirt Off Your Shoulder? Some people are iffy on that. I
Yeah.
like Dirt Off Your Shoulder.
I think it's a clever. That whole thing was clever. The way the
Right.
beat goes and his rhyme over top of it. That whole thing is clever. As far as Missy beats go, let's see. The first one that comes to mind, of course, is "Work It," and that's not even a overtly difficult beat. You know
I
what I
Can't
mean?
Stand the Rain.
Yeah, but yeah, and
Yeah,
that sample's what was clever for that, and the way he switched it up. I don't know. Timberland's got a lot.
Or
He's
them
got a bunch.
Aaliyah songs, Mike.
That was something else I was gonna say was the Aaliyah tracks off
More
the
than a woman.
Yeah, the
More
second.
than a woman.
That's the third album, but off the second album, it changed a lot of shit in R&B
Rock the boat.
when it came out.
Rock the boat.
That ain't Timberland.
Oh, but I like it.
I don't think it's Timberland.
Work it.
But yeah, he's got a lot. He's got a bunch.
Okay. So yeah, them are some.
You said Planet Riot, right?
But okay, this is what I'm gonna have to do.
Okay.
And I'm sorry to some of y'all's listeners. Some of y'all, I am sorry. I am just speaking the truth.
Okay.
And it's just the God's honest truth.
All right.
That nigga, Kanye West,
Yeah.
might be the best nigga to ever touch a drum pad.
You think so?
Man, the first 3 albums.
Yeah. What were they? Graduation?
College Dropout.
Yeah.
What was it? Registration.
Something like that.
Late registration.
Yeah.
You
know what?
I know the nigga's crazy now. I know the nigga. I know everybody does not like him.
Yeah, as a person, but as a producer,
I could show you some things.
He's mean, boy.
Yeah, and he gave you the Blueprint, the Jay-Z album, which I held to be the greatest Jay-Z album.
Oh, really?
Or the second best.
After Reasonable Doubt? Yeah.
I could name shit that he's gave you. It just is.
He's got a couple of Janet Jackson joints that were hot.
I mean, when it all falls down, even la 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 la. Wait till I get my money right. I mean,
I thought Jesus Walks was clever.
Very clever.
I thought that was very, very smart.
You had never heard no shit like that before?
Not at all. Even when he took Through the Fire and sampled the living
niggas
shit
don't
out
really
of it.
like Watch the Throne. Some niggas hate Watch the Throne, but
Watch the Throne is brilliant.
There's a couple things on there,
That's
but
a
I don't know
brilliant
that he
album.
produced a
All
lot
of it.
A lot of it.
Yeah, but that's a brilliant
But
album. though.
yeah,
It's
but
weird, but it's brilliant.
what stands to be the best beat
I
of
don't
all?
think
time?
there is a best beat of all time, to be honest with you, because there's too many variants. I think personally, I can't just pick out one beat and say, yeah, that's the baddest beat ever. I can't.
Well,
do
you
it.
know, in some of these beats, I was going off how the people feel, not necessarily what I think. Like in the club, like I've just never been all that.
No,
but
I
know
get it.
internationally known.
Yeah.
Anywhere you go,
Yeah.
when this beat comes on, niggas is dancing.
Yeah.
So I just kind of held that to be.
You see, that's hard. It's hard for me to determine. Like
niggas like that raggedy ass ether beat.
yeah, my nephew. I think like even Das Effects had some crazy ass beats.
Yeah, they did.
You know, They Want Effects was dope. That remix to Mic Checker.
Is there a beat that you hear
crazy.
that you just can't? It's just, and I can name beats, and I can name beats that I hear that ain't even rap beats that just I'm just gonna dance. It's just gonna grab me. There's no way to fight around it. I'm just dancing. And I mean, to me, that's the greatest beats. If I can't control myself, or if I just want to bob my head, like if I can't help, you know, like I got PSA wrote down here, and You Don't Know by that's them Just Blaze joints.
Okay.
On the Hove, and I believe Just Blaze got some tracks that y'all might need to argue might not be in the top best beats of all time too.
I think Just Blaze is underrated too.
Very much so. Just Blaze, and he gives you a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
And I even wrote down, like, I want people to know that I don't even really listen to rappers no more. When I ride around and I'm in my car, I listen to instrumentals.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of dope ass producers that are putting out instrumental CDs.
Yeah.
And you can just ride and visit the beats,
Yeah.
listen to beats. So I wrote down a few niggas I want y'all to check out.
Okay.
I wrote down Knife Wonder. He's got like 6 Zion copies of just instrumentals. And I mean,
Ninth is dangerous too, though.
it's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Then there's 14 KT,
Ooh,
14
don't know
Karat.
that. I don't know.
You won't know him, but he won the Big Tune beat battle. And I know that, matter of fact, the first beat that we was in here doing to the show tape, that was a 14 KT.
Oh, okay, for real.
Okay, so you know he's
dangerous
underground.
too, then.
He's from Detroit too, like, so Detroit is crazy. But anyway, I want you to peep his shit, like, and he's out there a little bit. He's the one that you get on me about all the time, talking about you love that offbeat shit. So,
Like that one you was gonna rap over top of.
yeah,
That offbeat. What was that? Who was that?
I don't know which one you're talking about.
Is the one that was literally offbeat, but you was gonna kill it though. I think that was even one you was gonna say you was gonna do the diss track to me.
Oh no, that was TN.
That was TN.
But that wasn't off beat. You just hated that beat.
No, you had one that was offbeat, and I can't remember.
And
what
I'm
it was.
sure I did, and I probably going to rap to it. And then there's a dude named E. Jones. He's from the Ninth Wonder camp.
He sounds familiar.
E. Jones
the
got
name
some
sounds familiar.
hot shit. Like, he's sneaky. Like, and his beats, they're great for traveling because they're theatric.
Okay.
Then you got Crisis. And
I've heard that name
Crisis
before.
is just, he's from the same camp, the Ninth Wonder camp, the Jamla camp, and he's gonna just bash your fucking head off. it's no fucking, and it's just razor sharp sampling and
That's
shit.
what you want
You know,
right
like
there.
that. Then there's a nigga named Kev Brown.
Okay.
Now I think Kev Brown's from like the DC area, or no, yeah, he's from the, I don't know, he's not from your average area.
Okay.
He's
It's not a big hip hop underground.
he
or
fucks
anything
with
there.
the low budget camp, you know, Odyssey and all of them, but he'll remind you of I think at one time he was signed or worked with DJ Jazzy Jeff when DJ Jazzy Jeff was making those albums.
Oh, okay.
But he's got some bluesy shit. It's really good, you know, instrumentals. And my favorite of all, and you could, I mean, there's so many, but them J Dilla beat tapes.
Of course.
Them J Dilla beat tapes.
How many did he do?
Oh my God, we still finding beat tapes.
Are they? For
J
real?
Dilla had, but his most famous was the Motown tapes.
Okay.
And you can look those up on YouTube.
Oh, for real?
Like they have those on YouTube, and you can look up the Motown tape, and that's like my favorite fucking. And what's cool about these is he made these in the motherfucking hospital.
Oh, that
in
was
the
the ones that he did in the hospital?
Yeah, and there's a Brazilian beat tape, and I can't find that nowhere where he just was fucking with Brazilian samples, and it's crazy. Like, and then, I mean, you just dig and I find a new Jay Dilla instrumental almost every week. So I mean, so like it's just crazy, and some of them you just laugh at. Some of them might not be no shit that you
can't do shit with it.
But listen to it and enjoy it, like
yeah.
And he would sample anything.
Yeah.
It's been a hard day's night. I might be sleeping like a dog. And that's the sample. Loop that with some drums under it, and that's just knocking. You just like, what the fuck? You ain't supposed to be knocking to that. But I listen to, I mean, I'm a beat fucking fanatic.
Right.
I think everybody knows that. So if you like beats, then that's what you should, you should check them out. Instrumental beat tapes.
That's cool.
Yeah.
So we never did narrow down though.
No, we didn't. And I don't know how to.
I don't either.
And it's probably 10,000 beats I'm forgetting.
Well, there's a lot
that deserve to go into the top Hall of Fame.
Yeah. I even know some beats that a lot of people don't even think too much about, like that whole Getting Funky joint by Kid and Play. The samples and the beats underneath that are so fucking smart. So smart. And it kind of got copied years later by Dougie Fresh when he did this joint called Spirit for the Ghostbusters 2 soundtrack. You remember that joint?
No, I don't.
Oh man, I gotta play it for you. You'll see what I'm saying. The influence was there, and I love how somebody can do a beat from then and then it'll continue in a later life like that. I think that's amazing.
Motherfucking Run DMC might have a beat over there that you got, motherfucker. Peter Piper picked pepper and Run Rock Rhymes. Humpty Dumpty fell down. And LL Cool J's I'm Bad.
Yeah.
I mean, there's beats that Mike could argue for fucking.
You like Pink Cookies?
Make the music with your mouth, Biz, or
Biz Markie.
Or what's the other one? Own it till the break of dawn.
That's LL, right?
No.
That ain't LL.
No, what the fuck?
I'm thinking of the one that had the sax in it with LL, but I can't remember which one you're talking about.
Not make the music with your mouth, but what was the other one?
It ain't Nobody Beats the Biz.
Nobody beats the biz. Yeah. Nobody beats the biz.
Yeah.
But that's it. Like, I mean, I can name 10,000 Mobb Deep songs, and I can tell y'all right now that when Alchemist and them was over there, they was on some shit. I mean, like I said, the RZA, fucking, I mean, and Dr. Dre. I mean, at the end of the day, do we consider Dr. Dre the best producer ever in life?
No, I mean he's one of the best.
Okay, how many people's on the Mount Rushmore? 4?
Yeah.
Okay, well I wrote 2 different Mount Rushmores.
Okay.
I wrote a Mount Rushmore of my favorite real hip hop producers.
Okay.
Dilla.
Okay, I get that.
Pete Rock.
Okay.
Primo. RZA.
Yeah, I knew RZA would be
there.
On
you
that.
have it. That's the 4.
I probably could have named those for you.
that's the 4. Now I wrote a Mount Rushmore of greatest producers on a just nationwide scale.
Okay. Otherwise, not just hip hop, but just music.
And we can just be like, yeah, it is hip hop, but it's the commercial side of hip hop.
Right.
Okay. Dre.
Okay.
Timbo.
Okay.
Pharrell.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry, y'all. Kanye motherfucking West. Kanye motherfucking West. Wake up, Mr. West. Like, I'm sorry. I know it's hard. I mean, my girl, anytime I say something about Kanye,
because she is not a fan.
Fuck Kanye. I'm just like, why Kanye? I just leave this nigga alone. It's like, do I need to put in late registration to show you why we say this?
She is like, not a fan. But, by any means is she a fan.
But a lot of women are not a fan of Kanye.
Yeah.
But I mean, y'all can't argue with that production.
No, I can't.
And I mean,
he's mean, boy.
Oh.
I have to give it to. What song?
He gave Common some joints. He's gave everybody some joints.
What do you think of like producers who who really don't do anything right now, but was still doing some innovative shit like say Prince Paul? What you think of producers like that? And the reason why I say Prince Paul is because when you listen to that first Daylight album,
I love Prince Paul.
You're gonna hear every fucking thing.
And you can best believe that somewhere right now, Prince Paul's got his fucking finger in some music.
Right.
I love Prince Paul. I mean, there's producers like that. Marley Marl. I mean, he's probably still producing. I never was a big Marley Marl beat fan, but
really, he was an innovator.
He was.
Yeah,
he taught motherfuckers how to loop shit and shit.
Yeah, how to break down samples to where you can make your own beat out of them. Yeah, which is brilliant.
Let's see. There's some motherfucking legends that people. I mean, you really got to argue Easy Mo B, even though I don't really fuck with his beats. But
he just passed, didn't he?
I don't know. Maybe
I think he did. Because no. I'm sorry. 45 King just passed. My
45
bad.
King.
Yeah.
But hell, he gave you a couple classics too.
Yeah.
But Easy Mo B, if people ain't realizing, gave you your favorite Tupac shits. It gave you Ready to Die.
Yeah.
So, Easy Mo B was he didn't probably last as long as some producers in the game, but he had his motherfucking run too.
Yeah, I mean, even the shit that, like you said, a lot of people don't know. Like, I love Raw by Busta Rhymes. I've always loved that. And I'm not sure.
Who produced Raw?
Easy Mo B.
Oh, Easy Mo B?
Yeah.
Okay.
I love that beat.
I remain Raw.
Yeah. Oh, man, I love that beat. And then what he did the Craig Mack joints too.
I didn't even name no beats off no Busta Rhymes albums, but I could. I could.
Do you know who did Put Your Hands on My Eyes Can See? The reason why I asked is
I want to say DJ Scratch.
Possibly. That is
DJ Scratch is a sneaky motherfucker too.
Well, that's one of the most clever samples I've ever thought about. Ain't nobody ever thought about doing no Seals and Croft.
And you gotta be careful too, because Busta had a tendency to produce shit that we thought that other motherfuckers was producing, but Busta really put it together.
Okay.
Yeah, so, shit, man. I mean, there's a lot of good producers. I just would like to see who brought their beat to the fucking table and said this is the best beat ever. And I'd like to get a good list of people who really could battle for that spot.
Yeah.
And I know I'm just forgetting all kinds of people.
Right. I want to ask Samara what she thinks is the baddest beat.
She's about to come in here and tell you that motherfucking RZA Raw Main is that motherfucker.
Let's see if we can get her on at some point.
Anytime.
That would be awesome.
Yeah. RZA Raw Main. I don't know. I say RZA Raw Main, but she could totally surprise me. Samara likes all walks of music. If it's live music, Samara's fucking with it.
Right.
I don't give a fuck if it's the backyard band.
Right.
She's going to watch it.
Right.
And have a beer.
Right.
But at the same time, she likes all live music.
That's cool. Samara, I know you're going to listen to this, so when you do, hit me up, because we're going to get you on here.
Don't make me out no liar neither.
But yeah, that's the baddest beats, y'all.